Hey, it's Doug with Backcountry Pilgrim, and today I want to talk to you about using plant-based utensils instead of metal. These are the bio resin utensils from Human Gear. Like many hikers, for several years now, I have been using long-handled metal spoons, such as this titanium polished bowl spoon from Tokes, or this aluminum Sea to Summit. What I like about these is that they are extremely lightweight. They are long enough to get into deep food pouches, and they have a nice feel to them, especially the polished bowl. This just feels like something you would be eating out of at home. Recently, however, a company called Human Gear has released a line of bio utensils, plant-based with no harmful chemicals. It is super lightweight and very budget friendly. Now, here I have three of these products. The first is the Bio Long Uno. It's an Uno, it's a single piece. It's got a spoon on one end and a fork on the other. It's not a spork, however. You actually get a good spoon and a good fork instead of trying to combine the two, something I have never really liked doing. Now, this is about 8.5 inches long, which puts it pretty clearly in the same category as one of the metal spoons. Obviously, one of the big differences is you actually get a fork with this, and this is a nice fork. The edge is rounded on the top, but it does curve into a flat surface on the back, which actually gives you a bit of bite if you're trying to cut something. Human Gear refers to this as splitter tines. Makes it nice for cutting food. So if you're having to use a fork the way a fork was meant to be used, this will actually do the trick, whereas a typical spork would not. The bowl is great. It's nice and deep, can hold about 1.5 teaspoons, 8 milliliters, according to their website. It's got a good shape that is rounded at the corners, so it's not going to poke into anything, but it also has these flat sides, and that allows you to get the bottom of a bowl or a bag without leaving a lot of residue behind. Now, this is comparable in weight to one of these metal spoons. These come in at about 0.5 to 0.7 ounces, whereas the BioGear Long Uno comes in at 0.6, so there is no weight penalty for using this product. Now, what really makes all of this gear special are the materials that it's made from. This is a bio resin made from sustainably harvested crops. That's right, they're actually made out of plants. They're BPA, PC, and a bunch of other things free. These things are natural. They are not made with harmful chemicals, and they are 10 times stiffer than similar utensils made from recycled plastic. So these guys actually function as a real utensil. So that brings us to these other two similar devices. This is the Bio Duo. This is very similar in function to the Bio Uno Long, except that these are nested together so that they can fit in a smaller space. Further, if you don't need the long handle, you don't need to use it. These separate quite simply just by popping apart. And you've got two normal-sized utensils that you can use as a spoon or a fork separately if you're eating two different things, or just take one if you don't need the other. But if you do need the long-handled feature, they simply slide right back together again and form the equivalent of a long-handled spoon or fork. Again, no spork involved. The Bio Duo weighs a little bit more. It's 0.8 ounces instead of 0.6, if that really matters to you. When it's extended, this is about a 9-inch device, similar to the other ones, but when nested, it gets down to about 6 inches. This allows it to fit in an 1100 milliliter pot, and if you have a tall lid, this will fit on top, so that's a complete set. However, it is sitting on top of the utensils. If you like the idea of the bio resin and the spoon fork functionality, but you don't need the long handle, you can get something even smaller. This is the GoBites Spin. It's 1/2 ounce, barely over 1.5 inches long. So this is going to fit just about anywhere you want to put it. You can clip a carabiner through it and just hang it off your pack. It'll fit quite fine, almost flat at the bottom of the 750 milliliter pot. You can simply open it up. You're going to get a usable spoon or a usable fork with the same features as these others, except that these do not separate. When unfolded, this is only about 6 inches, so it's not going to function very well as a long-handled spoon, but is about the same size as you would get from a regular utensil. You're done, you just fold it up. It is a lot better for packing than a large metal spoon, which obviously can't be folded to fit inside a cold soak jar or something like that. These two smaller options are great if space savings is your primary goal. Now the Uno runs $9, quite a bit less than your typical metal spoon. The Bio Duo runs $15, and the GoBites Spin is also $9. If this video was helpful to you, please click like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It helps the channel at no extra cost to you, as does using the links in the description below if you are interested in purchasing any of this gear. Until next time, I'm Doug. Thanks for watching.